Alright, Chevraya Kadisha, Baruch Hashem, we are here in Sha'ar HaYichud, Tzfat, Kodesh, the holy city of Tzfat, may be speedily built up in our days. Tzfat Hashem. We're going to be learning from the gates of the Shem Tov. Again, we're in the 13th chapter on simplicity. We have a few teachings here. We'll get through them, B'ezrat Hashem. Shem Tov Omer, Shem Tov says that true emunah and a simple Jew, a simple Jewess, when they say Tehillim, the simple emunah, a Jewish man, a Jewish woman opens up a book of Tehillim, that's the highest level of Dveikut. Ki ha-neshama shava etzel kulam, the neshama, all of our neshamot are the same. Not that we have the same neshama, but we're all equal neshamot. רק שאצל היודע, הספר והתלמיד, חכם, הדבקות פותחת את שערי הידיעה בתורה. A Talmid Chacham and the person that knows books, so then when they learn, by way of their Dveikut, their knowledge gets opened up, the gates of knowledge get opened up, they're able to get deeper. מה שאין שייך אצל היהודים הפשוטים. That's not the case for the average Jew that doesn't know how to learn Torah that well. His Dveikut and his Torah learning is not going to take him so much to deeper levels because he doesn't really know how to really learn Torah, so it's not going to do it. They don't know how to learn. זה הזכות של הדבקות בתיבות, התפילה מעוררת רחמי הקדוש ברוך הוא ופועל ישועה לזה שאומר את התיבות הקדושות בדבקות. Therefore, a simple person who doesn't learn Torah, doesn't know how to learn Torah so well, if they pray and they put their all inside their prayers, inside those words, with Dveikut, that or the simple Jew or simple Jewish girl, Jewish woman, is equal, mamash, like the Talmid Chacham, the biggest Talmid Chacham in the world. The Talmid Chacham, when he starts to learn Torah, he puts his all inside of it, he gets inside the Torah, and it opens up more and more gates. Okay, and then he gets more Torah knowledge, and he gets into deeper understandings of Hashem. But not everybody has the brain to do that. Not everybody was taught how to learn Torah properly. So a simple Jew that doesn't know how to do it, he opens up a Tehillim, but he says it with all of his might, and he puts his all inside of it. Him and the Talmid Chacham are equal. The biggest Talmid Chacham you could find, they're equal. And that's the main thing, is to put your all into it, the connection to Hashem. Hashem knows exactly who we each are. He didn't make you a Talmid Chacham, that's okay, but you still need him. You still need to beg for help. You still need to pour out your heart. And B'ezrat Hashem, that's what we have to do. That's what we have to do. People look down at Tehillim. It's nothing to look down on. Tehillim is an amazing thing. David HaMelech put together. It's considered, David asked Hashem to make Tehillim count like Torah learning and prayer together. It's a special thing that we have to know. But we have to say it and we have to put ourselves into it. It can't just be, just reading the book. Stop, feel it. Realize what sentences are being said. It's powerful stuff. Now we're going to understand. Your question?
Yeah, is it, for example, if I say Mismor Todah with it, it's the same as some high levels Baal Shem Tov making all these yichuds?
While learning Torah, yeah.
Is it the same as if I say the Shema with the same Kabbalah?
Anything.
Okay.
Anything you can do essentially to connect to Hashem, if you just do it with all your might. If you do it with all your might, here he's saying specifically Tehillim, talking about Tehillim. Okay. But your tefillah in general, put your all inside your tefillah, but tevot tefillah, he says tefillah as well, not just Tehillim. Pray with your might, pray with your might. If you pray with all your heart, you're like the Talmid Chacham. No difference. Shalom Aleichem. Tov. רבנו הזקן קיבל אז תורה מכבוד קדושת דודו הנסתר הגאון הצדיק הרב רבי יוסף יצחק. The Balatanya, the beginning, one of the first students in the Hasidic movement, he received Torah from a hidden tzaddik who was his uncle named Rabbi Yosef Yitzchak. He was the brother-in-law of the hidden tzaddik Rabbi Baruch. Who's Rabbi Baruch? The grandson of the Baal Shem Tov, the uncle of Reb Nachman. Reb Nachman famously at his brit, Reb Nachman's brit, 8 days old, his mother, Banit Fegi, went to her brother Reb Baruch and said, Reb Baruch, give him a bracha that there won't be machloket against him. He said, this one, no chance. There's 100% people are not going to have, and people are not going to agree with him. This neshama is too big to not have machloket on him. Later on in his life, when Rav Nachman was around bar mitzvah age, Rav Nachman said, I already passed the Rav. Who's the Rav? Baal Shem Tov. His uncle Reb Baruch was there and threw him down the stairs for saying that. So Reb Baruch was an intense guy. It's known about Reb Baruch that Reb Baruch would protect the tzadikim. How would he protect the tzadikim? He would get people to speak bad about them. He would try to find bad things about them. He would pay his students to go spy on other tzadikim and come back and tell him lashon hara about them. He would pay them. He said, here's money. Whoever can go to the Baal HaTanya right now and come back with a negative report about him, I'll give them money. One time a guy came back and said, I saw him, I caught him. He looked at his watch while he was praying. In our generation, that's the sins of the Levi. He looked at his watch while he was praying. He says, do you think that's lashon hara? You think that's lashon hara? If he wouldn't look at his watch, his soul would have left his body from such Dveikut. He had to look at his watch. That's not lashon hara. That just shows how big he is. And this is how he would do it all the time. He would send people to entice them against the tzaddik, and they would come back and be like, are you kidding me? Looking at his watch? You would have seen his soul leave his body if he didn't look at his watch. Baruch was a pele. His whole thing was to essentially face value disrespect the tzaddikim and put them down and fight them. And internally, his whole intention was to protect them and elevate them and to make sure that they're protected. Very special tzaddik in his unique work. So, his brother-in-law was Rabbi Yosef Yitzchak, and he was a cousin, uncle of the Baal HaTanya, the founder of the Chabad Lubavitch movement. And what did Reb Baruch tell Rabbi Yosef Yitzchak that got into the ears of Shneur Zalman of Liadi? What was it that he said? The Baal Shem Tov used to say, in the beginning of when he was revealed, the foundation of the Hasidic movement, Ikar Chassidut utikun amidot uliyaker Yehudim pshutim. The main aspect of Chassidut, what is Chassidut coming to do in the world? Fix yourself, become a better person, and make every single simple Jew the most important and precious thing in the world. Those are the two things that Baal Shem Tov wanted more than anything. Become a better person and look at the good and special parts of every single other person out there, even if they're just a simple person, a farmer that all he knows is how to do is read Tehillim. It's not a Talmid Chacham. So B'ezrat Hashem, we have to know that if we want to be connected to Chassidim and Chassidut, we have to understand that's the shorish, the root of everything. As the Baal Shem Tov said, you have to become a better person, and you have to see everybody else as if they're better than you. Essentially, that's what he's saying. It's extremely important, extremely important. Every single Jew is precious. We have to see that. We can't say we're connected to the Baal Shem Tov, to Reb Nachman, and then see bad in other places. Doesn't add up. Doesn't add up. One more. אצל הבעל שם טוב הקדוש הייתה אחת מעבודות קודשו לשאול כל יהודי, אנשים ונשים, זקנים ונערים, איך מצב בריאותם. One of the interesting things of the Baal Shem Tov, one of his holy avodas that he used to do, he would ask every single Jew, men, women, children, the elders, how's your health? How are you feeling in your health? ובירר על כל ילד איך מצב בריאותו. He clarified every single child what was his medical state. והתעניין וחקר איך מצב פרנסתם. He always asked and tried to figure out how's this Jew's financial situation. היה מאוד מרוצה לשמוע את התשובות החביבות עליו, מאוד שהיו היהודים, אנשים, נשים וטף משיבים לו עם הרבה לשונות תהילה ושבח להשם. Baal Shem Tov would ask these questions, and he took immense pleasure to hear back the simple, heartful answers that were said with a smile from the Jews. What were the answers? Baruch Hashem, Hashevach LaHashem Yitbarach, praise to Hashem, Hashem Ahuv Baruch Hu Eno Yozev Otanu, Hashem the Blessed One, He doesn't leave us. Abore Ahuv, Yishlach Lanu et Chasadav Allah, Hashem, and the loved one, will send us His loving kindness. Avinu Amatok Baruch Hu Zanotanu, our sweet Father, blessed be He, is providing for us. Yishtabach Shemo HaKadosh, may praise be on His holy name. Baruch Hu, Baruch Shemo, blessed is He, blessed is His name. Hu HaRofeh Cholim HaAmiti, He's the true healer. And many things like that the Jews use their mouth to praise Hashem and to put the praises of Hashem always in their mouth, no matter what their situation is. And people, as is known, they praise Hashem for their health, for the health of the people of their family, on the money that they have. And the women, obviously, they praise Hashem that they have that they need to provide for the children. The children are growing up. And the children praise Hashem that they have parents that are taking care of them, teachers that are taking care of them, they have food and they have everything they need, and they're being taught Torah. So why is it that the Baal Shem Tov asked people, how's your health? How's your money? How's it going in school? Why did he ask those questions? To get a yid to open his mouth and say, Baruch Hashem, thank you Hashem, we love you Hashem, Hashem will provide, Hashem is the healer, Hashem is good. The Baal Shem Tov asked people just to get it out. Another thing, I had this too. You say Shabbat Shalom. People think a lot of time you see a Jew, Chas v'Chalila, not keeping Shabbat so much. So you think you shouldn't say Shabbat Shalom to him? Shabbat is one of the names of Hashem. Shalom is one of the names of Hashem. If you say Shabbat Shalom to him and he opens his mouth and says Shabbat Shalom to you, you just got a Jew that's not keeping Shabbat to say Hashem's name twice in 1 second. Say Shabbat Shalom to people. Gut is not a name of God. It's a good Shabbos, I don't know if that works. But Shabbat Shalom definitely works. Say Shabbat Shalom to people. Elevated, V'zat Hashem. One more just so we can turn the page. One more little Torah. Baal Shem Tov Omer. The Baal Shem Tov says, כי הגדוש וגדולים צריך ללמוד מהפשוט שבפשוטים, כי אצלם נמצא עצם התמימות. The greatest giants, the biggest, holiest people have to learn from the most simple people. Why? Because if Hashem wants us to be tamim, He wants us to be whole and innocent with Him, so then who are those people that know how to be tamim? The simple people. So the tzaddik, the big tzaddik, has to learn from the simple people. It's really very important that we have this and we understand this. Like Reb Nachman always used to say, a true tzaddik is able to look at the biggest tzaddik in the world and tell him how far away from Hashem he is, and to look at the most simple person in the world and tell him how close to Hashem he is. That's extremely important. That's what he's saying here too. We have to know how to make that yichud. B'ezrat Hashem.